Hi, I'm Marissa Kozlov. Welcome back for another eMarketer Industry Voices, where we bring you perspectives on how marketers are working through challenges and what they envision for the holidays. Joining me today is Isis Ruiz, CMO and SVP at Norwegian Cruise Line. Isis, nice to see you today.
Thanks, Marissa. Thrilled to be here. Thank you for having me.
Isis, let's start off with some congratulations. You hit a big milestone at the end of June. The CDC finally approved Norwegian Cruise Line's return to sea with trial cruises. What promotions are you running to announce this exciting return?
Well, first of all, we're thrilled, right? After 16 months of not being able to be sailing and, having our operations stopped, we're thrilled to be resuming operations. And so kinds of promotions, there's always great deals and value to be had with a cruise vacation with Norwegian. Our free at sea promotion means you get all these great packages as part of your onboard experience, whether it's free Wi-Fi, free Shorex, free dining, free beverage package. So there's a lot of great value there. We've taken this pause to ensure that not only can we deliver on those vacations people knew and loved, but go a little bit further. So we're excited to get back out there.
I want to go back and think about the holiday season, particularly last year. This was a tough time for many people. Cruise ships were docked, people were staying at home. But also at that time, Norwegian chose to take a bold move and launch the Break Free campaign. What can you tell us about the timing of this campaign?
For the first time in our history, we were able to lean into a consumer sentiment that everyone could agree. Everyone was, in lockdown, ready to break free, ready to get back out there. Even if that couldn't happen tomorrow or the next week, people wanted to plan a future vacation, a getaway to look forward to in the coming year. And so I Want to Break Free with that great iconic song by Queen was just a hallmark of the overall Break Free campaign last year in Q4, right around that Black Friday timing. And by then, people were ready to start thinking about what was on the other side of all of this, right? There was still uncertainty, but they were hopeful and looking to plan ahead.
Well, and even thinking about this holiday season, Norwegian has a lineup of strong holiday offerings, whether it's cruises focused around Thanksgiving or Hanukkah or Christmas or New Year's. What can you tell us about this holiday campaign?
This year's holiday campaign is going to, again, continue to ride the momentum, but also be really focused on what people want to hear during the holidays, whether they're taking that vacation during the holidays or using the holiday times when the families are coming together to plan for the future vacation. We want to make sure we're hitting the right note and we're talking about something to look forward to, something to celebrate. Reunions are really critical right now. People are seeing, family members that they haven't seen for the first time in a really long time. And I'll tell you, my own family, we're having a reunion. I haven't seen my mom in, since January of 2020. Those messages are pretty universal. It resonates with such a large section of the population. We're going to capitalize on that sentiment.
Well, your reunion sounds great, and I'm sure there are many other people who are in that same position who can't wait to see their families.
Yeah.
Well, tell us more about the campaign. When will it launch? What will the creative look like? What can you share with us?
We're still working on those finishing touches, so more to come on that. Watch the space. It's going to be great. We're known for sort of taking bold action, so pay attention to what we've got planned for this year. But the launch typically coincides with, a big sort of retail and promotional time period for the company around that Black Friday season, as we're kind of leaning into the last few weeks of the year, getting ready for all those holiday promotions that typically happen. This is a historically important time for the business, and you see that come through in the consumer messaging. We do a full-on blitz. We want to make sure there's as much awareness around, obviously, the great product offering, the great value that can be had. And it's just a great way to have a vacation and get away and break free with your family.
And are there any new channels that you'll be testing this year for this campaign?
So last year, for the first time, we experimented, just paying attention to the shift in consumer behavior. We tested channels like online streaming. We'd never done anything on Hulu or Pandora. So we did that for both TV and radio. So you're going to see those be a hallmark of the plan for 2021 moving forward. There's a lot to like about that. Consumer behavior has shifted where people are, of course, still watching broadcast and sort of traditional TV. But all of us, had a lot of time on our hands and got really comfortable streaming in ways that we hadn't done even before 2020. So that'll be a hallmark. In general, we lean into our community on social. We've got a really great loyal following there. So they pay a lot of attention to what we're doing. So that's always a hallmark. Content is a big part of the story. A lot of fantastic, focus on video and bringing that story to life, through visuals. And that's a big strategy that we've leaned into. How do we continue to push the way we tell the story and move it more upmarket, more premium? And a lot of that work was evidenced, especially with the launch of Norwegian Prima.
Well, it seems like you're going to be testing many different channels this year. I have to ask you the question that's on every marketer's mind. How will you measure success?
I will tell you that the benefit of 2020 in terms of the slowdown, although we were busy throughout the entire year, is that we took that time to really put some rigor and in place as it relates to measurement of success and really understanding ROI, how each of the channels and the overall marketing model contributed to the success of the business. And that level of rigor had not existed for us historically. So we spent a lot of time sort of developing analytics and understanding how each of the channels in the overall plan contribute. And for the first time, we have visibility into TV attribution to online streaming, which we talked about earlier, and radio. We had a good sense of that sort of at the pointy end of the funnel for more of those direct marketing channels where you traditionally have that level of rigor and analysis. But that was a harder story to tell at the top of funnel, right, for some of that more mass media. And we feel really good about the level of rigor we put into place to develop this model that then allows us to determine where are the right places to make the investments depending on the business objectives. So we've got alignments across the organization, which I think is really critical around what success looks like. And let's make sure we're all marching to those same KPIs. And so for us, it's about driving that demand and having a real correlation between turning on the marketing machine and seeing that demand pick up. And we've been able to tell that story successfully.
After this holiday season, in 2022, Prima sets sail. This is a new state-of-the-art vessel. I have seen the pictures online. It looks absolutely incredible. You have to give us the inside scoop. Have you taken a tour yet?
I haven't taken a tour, but I am counting down the days. So Norwegian Prima means first, and so we're inviting everyone to be the first to sail on a brand new class of ships for the brand. We're elevating every aspect of the overall customer experience. We're elevating the design of the ship. We're moving into more of that premium contemporary space. So I'll tell you, I look at those renderings and they feel lifelike. So I feel like I've been on her, even though I haven't yet stepped foot on her. But we are also excited about what signal we're giving to the marketplace with Norwegian Prima.
Prima sounds incredible. I can't wait to hear more and see people go aboard that ship. Well, Isa, thank you so much for being with us today, for sharing your stories, and for inspiring our audience. It was really a pleasure to speak with you.
Thank you so much for having me. It was my pleasure to be here.
And thanks to all of you for tuning in to Industry Voices. We'll see you soon.
Mountain Performance TV unlocks direct response strategies for television, so you can track conversions, revenue, and every other metric that matters. Visit mountain.com to learn more.